WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock.
And I'm Riley Livingston. Video from coastal Louisiana shows flooding as Hurricane Barry, now named Tropical Storm Barry, moves into the area. The police chief of Golden Meadow shot this video near the South Lafourche Levee. A lower than predicted storm surge on the Mississippi River Friday relaxed fears of massive flooding in New Orleans, but the storm is moving slowly at just 5 miles per hour. That gives it more time to continue dumping rain.
All right, well, we're going to toss things over to our meteorologist, Kendall Smith. Kendall, how's it looking out there with Barry, and how's that going to affect us?
Yes, Cash. Well, it has been a pretty eventful day out there so far. Tropical Storm Barry did make landfall earlier today along the Louisiana coastline. It is currently still sitting at max wind speeds of 65 miles an hour, and this will be impacting our weather over the next several days. Now, this is taking a live look in downtown Louisville, Mississippi on our Alpha Insurance Sky camera, where we're seeing some shower activity out there, currently sitting at 72 degrees with a dew point at 71, so it is pretty hot and muggy out there. And area-wide, we are seeing temperatures much of the same, mid to upper 70s, 74 in Louisville, 75 in Starkville, 77 up in West Point, and 83 is our warm spot up in Tupelo. So this is our current setup on satellite and radar. We're seeing partly cloudy skies, but that shower activity is down to our south at that time, and that will continue to be the trend as we go throughout the overnight hours. So we're seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity by your evening, but then we'll keep those rain chances around throughout your overnight hours. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, we're seeing more widespread showers and thunderstorms out there. So how much rain can you expect from all this? Well, we could see anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rainfall. This is stopping this around Tuesday. Some spots might see more, just depends on where those outer bands set up. And for that reason, our entire viewing area is under flash flood watch until Tuesday. So make sure you are aware of that. So Barry's impacts for us in our area, we could see anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rainfall. Some spots might see more. We could see a chance for an isolated tornado or two tomorrow.
Thanks, Kendall. The Magnolia and Lowndes County Amateur Radio Clubs joined together for a radio day in Starkville. The amateur radio operators had a chance to test their equipment while connecting with the community. Ham radios can be seen as a fun hobby, but during emergency situations, they can make all the difference. They can help guide emergency responders and get information out. A Starkville teen rescued from a pool Monday night has died. Oktibbeha County Coroner Michael Hunt confirms 18-year-old Zamario Jones passed away this morning.
That's right, Riley. And Jones had been taken to the University of Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson after nearly drowning at the swimming pool at Golden Triangle Townhouses on Highway 25 in Starkville. An autopsy will be performed, but Hunt says he does not expect foul play. A Friday afternoon accident leaves one person seriously injured. A tractor spraying unit called a mud monster overturned at Mississippi State's North Farm East. Oktibbeha Fire Chief Greg Ball says that the driver of the tractor received a serious head injury. He says the East Oktibbeha firefighters provided medical treatment until OCH Regional Medical Center arrived. The driver was flown to University Medical Center in Jackson. The name of the driver has not been released.
Monroe County political candidates and a few statewide candidates rallied together for more than just their campaigns this morning in Amory.
That's right, Riley. And the event is called Pause for Politics. It's in addition to having time on stage, the candidates helped to raise money for the Amory Humane Society. When Butch Palmer thought of the idea for Pause for Politics, he wanted an event aimed at educating people on local politics, as well as informing them on a dire need in the community, the local Humane Society.
We knew it was a big political season, and we've got a lot of state races and local races going on. So the idea was for them to pay to get on stage, and we've got some silent auction items out there.
Attendee Philip Lindsay owns Healing Horses Ranch in Amory and says he has a soft spot for any animal in need.
My heart goes out to any animals that are left neglected in an abused situation where they're hungry, and in this heat, it's just unbelievable what a lot of animals are going through right now.
He says when he first heard about the event, he knew he had to be there.
This is something that I think would bring awareness to people and help people understand more about what they need to do to take care of their animals in a proper way.
And in addition to seeing political candidates face to face, he says it's nice to know they too share his love of animals.
It's an encouragement to me to see that these candidates will not only come out and support the Amory Humane Society, but also take this opportunity to educate people about the decisions that they need to make about truth and justice.
Event coordinators say stray animals are a big issue in Amory, and they hope the event will bring more awareness to that.
There still is a population control problem with animals in Monroe County, but as Mitzi can tell you, the rescues that are done locally are well taken care of and they're loved, and they find forever homes for them.
Although many attendees have never heard of an event quite like this before, they say they're open to having more like it.
Not only does the Amory Humane Society care about animals, they care about people. They care about how people can learn and how people can grow and how we can do all this together.
For more information on the Amory Humane Society, you can visit our website at WCBI.com. Well, GOP gubernatorial candidate Robert Foster was also in attendance at Amory's Pause for Politics. Foster made national headlines when he denied a female reporter a ride-along interview in his truck unless she brought a male colleague along with her. Now, Foster says he refuses to be alone with any female unless it's his wife, and that stance has gotten him both positive and negative attention over the past few days. We had a chance to speak with Foster after his speech. He says he's standing by his words.
It's really a crazy idea to say that someone doesn't have the right to be able to be accompanied with a third wheel. That's been going on for a long time. Billy Graham has followed that rule. Vice President Mike Pence has followed that rule. Many other executives, men and women all over the country, have the same policies in place in their corporations.
Foster is running against former State Supreme Justice Bill Waller Jr. and current Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves in the August 6th Republican primary.
There are families and homes still in need of assistance after an EF3 tornado hit Columbus back in February. Over the past couple of months, volunteers have been working their way through the community, lending a helping hand.
Our Stephanie Poole joins us in the studio with more on how two groups came together to help.
Yes, the Community Recovery of Lowndes County, along with Vibrant Church, began construction on a home that experienced tornado damage. And the homeowner says that the help she received is something she will never forget.
Oh my God, I'm just so blessed. You talking about blessed? Do you know how it feels to be blessed?
Homeowner Annette Bradley has lived in her home for over 30 years, and she has never expected her home to experience damage from a tornado. When the EF3 tornado hit, she was left with a severe leak in her roof and cracks in her dining room window. The Community Recovery of Lowndes County and Vibrant Church made the plans to assist Miss Bradley's home.
Taking out windows that were cracked during the storm, and we've had to take the entire windows out and replace them. Also, because of some storm damage on the roof, they're replacing about 4 squares of shingles on top of the roof and repairing those holes.
And all this work is being did. God sent his angels to me, and I'm blessed. And I thank them all. I love them all for what they are doing.
Volunteers even worked on the beautification of Bradley's home, pulling up weeds and throwing out large sticks. Tommy Gillian says project materials cost around $2,500, which is funded through donations and other organizations. But the cost of it all isn't important, Gillian says, when it means bringing joy to a family.
This brings a smile to your face, but then to see the homeowner sitting on the porch and just a big smile and say, oh, I just love it, thank y'all so much. Just can't thank us enough for it. That's worth it all.
People I have never seen before are coming here to help me.
Bradley says she's just happy and blessed to see there are people in the world who are still willing to lend a helping hand.
I didn't know there were so many caring peoples out there. You don't know who God gonna send to you, do you? But I had them been knocking on my door. They've been coming in my yard. I'm just blessed. I'm seeing angels. I'm seeing everything except the wings fly on their back. I don't know their name, but in my heart, they are all my angels, and I love them all.
Now, Gillian says this is about the 4th home that the Community Recovery of Lowndes County has worked on.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you all about how members of the community are gathering together to support a local law officer in a time of need. Stay with us.
Welcome back. A member of the Mississippi Highway Patrol is suffering from a rare form of cancer, and today a special motorcycle ride was held to help take care of his medical expenses. WCBI's Chad Groening has more.
They gathered at the Tupelo Furniture Market for a special ride to raise money for Mississippi Highway Patrolman Keith Cole, who in April of 2018 was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer known as E.G. junction, which affects the stomach and the esophagus, and he's had to make several trips to the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, Texas for treatment. Recently, he had his entire stomach removed. Captain Chad Moore is commander of F Troop where Cole serves.
He's a great man of faith because he told me when he found out he had cancer, he just got out of patrol school. And as you know, our school's a pretty tough school, and he told me that that was God's way of getting him in the best shape of his life where he could face this battle.
Stephen Floyd is a firefighter and president of the Tupelo chapter of the Iron Warriors Motorcycle Club, which took part in this weekend's event.
Keith's a great guy. We've actually done a number of fundraisers for him. It's something we wouldn't miss. I mean, his family means a lot, so anything we can do as an organization and as just friends to help him out, we'll do anything we can.
And the wives of first responders were instrumental in making this event a success. Melinda Whited is the wife of a Mississippi Highway Patrolman and understands what Keith's wife Monica is going through.
They put their lives on the line, and we sit at home and we wait for them to come home. So, you know, she's dealing with a different struggle, but it's still hard regardless whether he's working or not working. You know, he's a trooper, he's hurting, she's hurting, so we're there for them.
Today's event here at the Tupelo Furniture Market was all about family. A family of highly dedicated law enforcement professionals coming together to help a brother in need.
We just wanted to pitch in and help him as much as we could. So a bunch of my staff, I can't take credit for a little part of this because all these workers here are troopers or their wives or friends or some of the family. And they put this together. It's a great, great thing.
Yeah, it's a special breed, whether it be law enforcement or fire. You know, when your phone goes off, you know you're going into something that most people would run away from. So it does take a special breed of person.
It's a family. It's not just the troopers or the wives. We're a great big family. We support each other. The wives are there for each other because we know what, our husbands go through and what they do every day. So we stick together.
Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
After a ride over to New Albany, everybody gathered for lunch in the furniture market.
Well, Tropical Storm Barry could be dumping anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rainfall in our area over the next several days. Flooding issues will be a concern, as well as the possibility to see an isolated tornado or two. More on those details coming up next.
Your first alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Kendall Smith.
Well, we have been pretty dry out there for the most part, but that will be changing as we go throughout the next several hours. This is taking a live look in downtown Tupelo on our Alpha Insurance Sky camera, where temperatures are currently sitting at 83 degrees, with the dew point sitting at 70, so it is pretty muggy out there if you're out and about. Temperatures are sitting in the mid to upper 70s, 75 in Macon, 80 here in Columbus, 81 in Amory, and 83 in Tupelo. So, as we go throughout the overnight hours, temperatures will drop down into the low 70s. We will see areas of rain with some embedded storms and then as well. Chance of precipitation is at 50% and winds will be out of the southeast around 5 to 15 miles an hour. This is our current setup on Doppler radar. We are currently dry, but we are seeing some shower activity start to bubble up down to our south, and that will continue to be the trend as we go throughout the overnight hours. So delving into those rain chances a little bit better for you. Around your evening hours, we could see an isolated shower or two, keeping those rain chances around throughout your overnight. But by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, that's when we could see some more widespread showers and thunderstorms out there. We're going to keep those rain chances around throughout your day on Sunday. It's going to be pretty soggy. This is our current setup on satellite and radar. We could see Tropical Storm Barry that did make its landfall along the Louisiana coastline earlier today. Max wind speeds are sitting at 65 miles an hour, and it will continue to impact us as we go throughout the next several days. So this is the track that Tropical Storm Barry will be taking. We are situated to the east, since we're not in the immediate cone of impact. Being to the east of this track is going to impact our severe weather threat. So for that very reason, portions out to our west are included in a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow, like the Delta, like Greenville, for example. The greatest threats are going to include gusty winds, some small hail, and an isolated tornado or two cannot be ruled out at this time. Now, in our immediate area, we could see the chance for a spin-up tornado tomorrow, as tropical storms can spin up weak tornadoes in their outer rain bands. So we're not going to rule that threat out tomorrow for us as well. We're going to continue to monitor that situation for you as it gets closer. So delving into those rain chances a little bit better for you for tomorrow. tomorrow as we go in through the next several days. By lunchtime tomorrow, we are seeing widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. That's going to continue with us. This is stopping this around dinner time. Still seeing widespread showers out there. And then by midnight, you guessed it, more rain is still lingering with us. And then on the time you wake up on Monday morning, we're looking to still be soggy out there. But the good news is by the afternoon hours, we look to get a little break in the shower activity. We could see some pop-up showers still out there. But by Tuesday, we look to finally start drying things back off with partly cloudy skies expected. So we are going to see quite a bit of rain over the next several days. We could see anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rainfall. Some spots might even see more than that down by Louisville and looking at 7 inches. So it's just going to depend on where those rain bands set up to see how much rain we could see. And that is why our entire area is under a flash flood watch until Tuesday morning. And we're going to see a lot of water over the next several days. So we're going to keep this trend going for the next several days with temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s with rain chances every day for the next several days. Lows will be in the mid 70s. More on news coming up next.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
For our next stop on the high school football tour, we take a trip up Highway 315 as we visit with the Water Valley Blue Devils. Class 3's reigning state champs look to defend the title for the first time since 1991. Water Valley is stop number 20 on the high school football tour.
WCBI's 60 Schools in 60 Days is brought to you by Sparklight.
I mean, we on everybody's list. I mean, we won state last year, and we on everybody's list, so I know it's not going to be hard winning it again. So we just want to let them know that bring it. We got it.
The hardest task in high school sports is to repeat as state champs. Coming off of winning the gold ball in 2018, the Water Valley Blue Devils are prepared to receive everyone's best shot as teams look to knock them off the top.
We've talked to, Coach Mix says that about once a day in the weight room, that you're no longer hunting, you're being hunted, and I think that's something the kids, I hope they understand that now, but after the first few games, I'm sure, we'll get a good picture of it, and that's great. That's a good place to be in. That means we've done things right.
It's kind of hard. You got to just make that decision to turn around and try to do it again. A lot of success, so it's hard to, stop celebrating and then come back to work. But I think the guys done a great job.
The Blue Devils look to retool after graduating the starting defensive line and wide receiver core, featuring Jones Junior College signee Bud Tolbert.
Tried to stress to a few of our guys, you don't be Bud Tolbert. Be yourself. We're different. We may be a little different this year on offense and defense, but we'll find a way, as long as we work each and every day. So I think, it's impossible to try to replace an exact person each and every year. Just we got to be the best us we can be.
We lost a lot of guys, but at the same time, we have a lot of guys that are returning. And we got some young guys coming up, and I think they can really help us, so I think we'll be all right.
Despite the losses, Water Valley still has senior quarterback Jacob Truss, who looks to showcase the growth and development he's made this offseason in his game.
I think that's a big place to start when you've got your quarterback coming back. And I expect a lot more out of him because last year he was just using his God-given ability. I expect this year for us to become more of a quarterback, as the season goes on and throughout this summer and be even better.
Truss, he's a pretty good athlete. Him returning back brings a lot of pride and, courage to this team because, he mostly did the majority of everything.
Truss is huge, yeah. He's a crazy good athlete, so and a good leader on our field, so he'll be good for us this year, real good.
Reporting in Water Valley on the high school football tour, Chris Bolton, WCBI Sports.
60 Schools in 60 Days with Water Valley High School is brought to you by Turnage Drugstore.
20 stops down and 40 more to go. Our high school football tour continues on tomorrow as well. Stop number 21 checks in with the Winona Tigers, and then we head into Alabama week. That kicks off with the Aliceville Yellow Jackets, followed by the Sullivan Blue Devils on Tuesday, and stop number 24 Wednesday will feature South Lamar. If you miss any, they're always available to watch on our website at WCBI.com. Former Ole Miss Rebel and NFL pro Channing Ward returns to his hometown of Aberdeen for his annual football camp. The camp provides kids the opportunity to learn the fundamentals of the game, while Ward is able to give back to his own community by providing football knowledge. Ward addresses the importance of the event, saying he knows all too well of how much it means to the people of Aberdeen.
When I was growing up, man, I ain't had these same opportunities these kids can have now, so I just want to show them that anything ain't possible. You can make it from this situation, the situation you're in right now. So I want to keep doing this opportunity, try to make it bigger and bigger every year, try to do more and more things and do it bigger and do bigger and bigger.
That's it for sports. We will have the last look at your forecast when we come back. Stay with us.
Well, we'll be seeing quite a bit of rain over the next several days. Tomorrow we have a 90% chance of widespread showers and thunderstorm activity, as well as on Monday, 80%. So it's going to be pretty soggy over the next several days. Temperatures, however, will cool off to be in the upper 70s to low 80s. So that is only the good thing about it, but it's going to be a soggy week. So
yeah, I hope everybody stays safe tomorrow. Especially.
Yes. And again, if you see water, turn around, don't drown.
Exactly. Yes.
Hope everyone has a great night, and we'll see you back here.